3, 2, 1.
Welcome back to Grandma's Pillbox, episode 23 today. For the 23rd time, we have a new background. And we got the mushrooms, we've got a little bit of characters up here, trying some new stuff. A little bit of a flickering light, that's alright.
Is it flickering?
A little bit.
Alright, fuck that shit. I'll sit in slight darkness.
Let me check it real quick. Oh yeah, that's fine. That's so fine. That's fine. Alright, take two.
Take two?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me. Welcome back to Grandma's Pillbox, episode 23, and for the 23rd time, we have a new studio, new setting. Thomas, how you doing today?
We're doing good.
Yeah.
Wait, what episode was the one on casting couch? 21 or 20?
20. Oh wait, no, this is 24. I'm sorry.
Oh.
This is episode 24. 23 was a solo casting couch episode that I filmed.
Oh, okay.
That'll be dropping soon. Episode 22 is still in production.
Yeah, 22 was like right over there. Now we're
No,
slightly...
that was 21.
Oh, 21 was right over there.
22 is just like as a mystery episode that has not been dropped yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I know a lot of people have been asking for that one, and that'll come out eventually, but that's 4 hours worth of footage that I got to go through. So, how's your week been?
My week?
Yeah.
Honestly, pretty decent. Like the weather's been like deceiving at times. Like it'll be cold in the morning, then warmer later in the day, and then like I'm dressed like for the temperature that was in the morning, and I start sweating later in the day. But
you're walking home from class at like 3, and it's 65 and sunny out, and you're like, Jesus, why am I wearing 3 layers?
That happened to me. Like I went frolfing on Saturday, and it was hella cold in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
I put on like a nice sweater, beanie, long pants, and then I go out there, and I'm like, this is uncomfortable as shit. Why did I dress this warm? But that was like the least of my, what am I trying to say?
Least of your worries.
Yeah, I didn't.
It's not even the right word, but that's like the phrasing usually. That was the least of my worries.
I don't give a shit
Until
about that.
I took a gunshot to my. Yeah, no, I've been dealing with that also. I go off to work early in the morning, and I've got like 3 layers on. And then I get out of work, and it's like sunshine and rainbows and everything. Yeah. It's just awful.
But with school and all, I mean, I feel like I've been doing pretty well. Doing well with my classes. Yesterday, I spent like 4 hours writing a paper.
Nice.
Like, my goal was to finish it so I wouldn't have to work it on the weekend. I got that done, so I'm happy.
It's always good to be academic weapons.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Especially when you skip classes.
Yeah, true. Dude, that guy, Brad, going around on TikTok, he's like single-handedly raising the average GPA of the men in college by like a point or half a point. Everyone's like, I'm an academic weapon, and people are actually studying and paying attention in class. It's funny. It's funny what culture can push.
All right, I wanted to, not to cut you off,
no,
but
yeah.
In our group chat, or the Pillbox group chat, Dan brought up an argument, or not an argument, he brought up a question.
Yeah.
I'm guessing he saw it on Twitter.
Probably.
Why AI art or like AI image generated art is not considered art.
Mm-hmm.
But then he gets really frustrated when people call Minecraft builds or like those type of things like actual art, like video game creations.
Yeah. And I think we kind of had the same stance on this, being that maybe we didn't, but my stance was like, both things it's a person using a tool to create something. So like for Minecraft's sake, you're using like the tool of Minecraft to create something versus like the AI generated stuff. You're inputting an idea into the tool that is the AI generation, and it'll output something.
Yeah. I just don't see it on the same level. Like,
no.
Trying to come up with art terms in my head, but like there's like the median is like where the art is like displayed or you can view it, like
right.
That's like the median.
Okay.
And then I think like the mode of transport, I'm thinking in my head, so like the mode of art, so like how you create that art.
Right, so like a pencil or a paintbrush or something.
So yeah, so like this piece of paper is a median, the pencil is a mode, and like me using this mode of art, I create art on this median so that you can display it. With Minecraft, so obviously I think they're both the same thing, median mode.
Yeah,
it's like you're using Minecraft to make art in Minecraft.
Yeah.
And like everyone's gamer, so it's like going into the details about placing the blocks is technically the median, but when you look at AI art, it's different because the mode is you typing on the keyboard the sentences, and then
the median is
just whatever pictures,
just whatever's outputted. So, but then you got to think, like, where does the actual AI play? Is the AI really the median, or no? Is the AI really the mode, or
would you call the AI the artist, or the person who put in the sentence the artist?
I personally would say the person who put the sentences, because like I can just sit in front of my keyboard and like try and think of something, and I'm like, I can't think of a good phrase to put in, so I just type in cat, and it's just a dumb picture of a cat. Versus these other, like, they have like a bunch of pictures displayed of people that have submitted them. It's like, blue, or it's like purple beast with a white background, digital art. So it's like they perfectly crafted this like combination of words.
Yeah.
Which I think takes a little bit of skill.
It does.
I don't really know if that explains why I think it's a median, but
I just can't see it on the same level. Or I keep saying that, but
like, you think AI art is
the skill, like, there's this, like, when you say there's a skill to typing the sentences, yes, there is. You can't just type mumbo jumbo and then expect to get wumbo jumbo.
But the thing is, you can type mumbo jumbo and wumbo wumbo will come out.
All right, but see, you just said that, and the difference with pencil drawing or even Minecraft, like, you just build a square house, mumbo jumbo. It still looks like mumbo jumbo.
Yeah.
Like, you have to think about, I guess, like, what specific blocks you're gonna use. How are you gonna lay out the house? How big is the house gonna be? Like, are you gonna have stuff on the outside? You have to think about that stuff, and like, it's still the same skill. You're crafting essentially sentences in your head, and then you're doing the job of the AI to put it out on paper. But I consider both art, just different levels of art.
Okay. I do also. I think the more that we just talked about it here, it's like, there's just so much more that goes into one versus the other, and like, just the way that it's put together, and just the whole process is different.
You want to know something really cool I heard? Or not? I saw a YouTube video about it. It was so the thing with AI image generators is that you can't put in your own name, because it doesn't have like references to what you look like.
Right.
So if you put first name, last name, and then like whatever, it'll just pull up the closest picture it has closest to that word. And
it'll scroll, that is crazy. I was watching a video on DALL-E. Yeah. And DALL-E's like super good at learning, so it'll scroll through like these thousands of outputs for banana, until it eventually will actually output a banana. Because if you look at like what the actual pictures are that they output, it's just a bunch of random numbers, like reds, greens, and blues. But the AI has learned enough to where it can pretty almost perfectly pinpoint what that thing is based off the words that you typed. Yeah. So,
So let me go further.
Yeah.
These guys on YouTube, I think I brought them up before. They're called Node, and they're just VFX artists messing around with technology and then making movies.
Okay.
But there's this open source AI image generator that they found where you could submit pictures, let's say, of yourself. Yeah. And like associated with the name, and they explained it that you can't just do it with any AI or it'll mess up its references. But with this AI, they developed it in a way so that you could add images of yourself, and they made some really cool, like, it's a lot of computing. They had like their own computer that was like specially built for them to process the AI stuff. But they put in one of the dudes, it essentially did what you were saying, like my name doing something and digital art, or a specific like art digital artist style.
Like Andy Warhol or something like that.
Well, they just made some really cool posters, and what he did with that was the reason I brought this up because before we were talking, you showed me the new TikTok format. Whatever. Yeah. So like pictures, it's like a slideshow but music. Yeah. I've never seen that. That's really interesting to me.
Yeah. Slideshow pictures that I think automatically will scroll after a few seconds, but you can also scroll through them. Mm-hmm. And what the current format is the wizards and people talking about how they're getting like their za and stuff.
So that made me think of that because what he did in the video was use these like trained pictures of his coworkers and made a coherent story.
What?
Basically like medieval style. So he would grab like a picture of his friend and type in like king or like but in like specific attributes or whatever, and then one of his other friends was like an evil wizard, and it was just really cool because it was like that. It was like a slideshow format, but everything was AI generated, and it was just really cool pictures that you could make out of it.
Was it? Oh, okay. I get what you're saying.
It's kind of hard to imagine it sometimes without me showing you, but
yeah, no, but I understand. So
we could drop a link like at this part of the video, and people can look at it themselves.
Okay. Yeah, fine with that.
Node AI. But
Node AI. Yeah, that's cool, dude. So I mean, we could do that with like the Pillbox boys.
Yeah.
Like Dan as the Sultan, like with oil fields just behind him as he's raising his arms with piles of gold. Dan's just like an oil baron from Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
Or Chris is a legitimate intern. He's like in an office with like a suit and a tie on with like coffee in his hands. Just
Chris holding like towers of coffee.
Yeah. Oh man, those would be funny to put in. I wonder if well, yeah, because the name thing, I wouldn't be able to throw that into just like a normal AI generator.
Yeah, unfortunately, we don't have access to that, but I mean, it's just showing the future of art and what you can make with it using AI.
So is that kind of like to do with AI, but also not? Is that kind of what Tiki did? Did he like AI generate something and then put it into another generator to like? Do you remember him telling us about that? Because he said he was making big posters.
Oh no, that's just upscaling. He was just using AI to upscale images, and it would like guess basically how to fill in the pixels.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I saw one recently where it was like, girl with a book, with like the Milky Way in the background, and then the guy like cut. That's so loud.
Wait.
Sure. Also a new shirt. I got rid of like probably a third of my shirts.
It's hard for me to do.
The problem is I have so much that's like I just don't wear them, and I can just give them to Kate, or
I have so many shirts and they all fit me just still normally fine.
Yeah.
And it's like I know I could use that to go to the gym or sweat in or just do whatever I want with them.
True. Yeah. My mediums do not fit me anymore. I've upgraded to larges comfortably. Like I'm still like skin tight, but if it's like a gray shirt, I lift my arm and just sweat stains all the way down to like my hips, just all the way. So a little bit bigger shirts are better.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't really clap us back yet, but here.
I mean, it doesn't matter, right?
No, it doesn't. I could just find it.
You sync it at the beginning, and then you can.
Yeah. True. Okay. Wrap up AI talk?
Yeah, wrap it up.
Well, actually, I'll finish my thoughts. So they clipped like the top of the girl's head and a little bit of the galaxy. Like so they took this like 1920 by 1080 image, cut out like a little sliver of pixels, and then had the AI like expand on the galaxy, and then she like used that as like her screensaver. If that makes sense.
So, what am I getting at here? They added more detail, or they made the picture bigger and then just used AI to guess how the galaxy would look like if the picture was taken like wider or something.
Yeah. So the the main part of the picture was this girl with like the book or whatever, and a little bit of the galaxy at the top. So they just like basically cut off like the bottom 80% of the picture, put that into some sort of AI that like, you know, fleshes out pictures.
Yeah.
So then it focused more on the sky, and it like it put together like a super cool galaxy that like, you know, perfectly morphed with the one before. So
interesting.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. But dude, I wanted to bring up some news that I was hearing recently.
Okay.
Alex Jones to pay 45.2 million.
45.2 million
to the Sandy Hook families.
Interesting. So,
yeah.
What did he do exactly? He just basically said it was a conspiracy and like.
Yeah. So he basically was saying that first he was saying that it was set up, and that the kids were killed as an agenda to try and get rid of the Second Amendment and like the First Amendment and stuff. And then maybe a month after he first said that, he started going into nobody actually died. The children were all paid actors. All the deaths that they're talking about are not real. And then fans of him like harassed the hell out of the families and stuff. And like one of the dads like committed suicide because of it, and a bunch of really bad like defamation stuff happened. So, because I was like, he's just saying some dumb shit. What's going on? But it's like kind of the stuff, basically like the wave that he started. So that caused the tsunami. So it was crazy stuff. But I think InfoWars is broke. So I don't know how they're going to pay out that money.
Yeah. 45.2 mil?
Yeah. Split up between like 8 families, I think. And he's also got to do trials in Texas and California, I think. He just got done with one in Connecticut, which is where it happened.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Interesting.
Yeah, dude, crazy. But there was a guy recently who fought named Bo Nickal.
Bo Nickal?
Bo Nickal, super good wrestler. Won college national championship 3 times, which is insane if you're a college athlete winning it 3 times as a wrestler. And he finally got a contract with the UFC.
Nice.
And his kind of fight to get the contract, he beat the guy in like 50 seconds or whatever. So he's kind of like the hottest rising prospect.
So up and coming?
Up and coming. But he's almost at like the skill level where you can put him against like top 10 guys and he'll like beat them.
How old is he?
25.
25?
Yeah. So he's been wrestling for 20 years. And he's probably been doing jiu-jitsu and boxing for 3 or 4.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just an animal, dude. Those wrestler guys are built different.
Some more news I heard was about 2 things. One, supposedly what? Putin. Europe thinks Putin did it, but like I told you over the phone, the gas line got blown up by a bomb, and I think they observed like Russian Navy nearby the incident while it occurred, and then so that's leaking gasoline into what I believe is the Baltic Sea, which is not good. No. But also, I think today or maybe tomorrow, Russia is unofficially annexing like 3 parts of Ukraine. Basically, the parts of the country that are by Russia.
Yeah.
So from northern Ukraine down to Crimea, he's just annexing them.
Were they already taken over by Russia?
He says he has them under control.
Oh, so he's just gonna like give them back basically.
No, I think he wants them.
Oh wait, I thought annexing was.
Annexing is becoming part of a different.
Oh.
So they're originally Ukraine.
Yeah.
Putin came in with his soldiers, and now
so he's officially saying, all right, these are part of Russia.
He's officially saying it, but no one's agreeing with him.
Right.
No one's agreeing that should be annexed to Russia.
Right.
So I think that's kind of insane because I've seen news saying that Ukraine is like pushing back and already gaining control right back, but Russia's annexing it still, and no other country, maybe a couple, but no other country agrees with the annexation.
Who would?
Like, I don't even think China doesn't even.
Yeah. Like, man, Russia. They're just trying to flop it around and just assert their dominance. Dude, I saw a picture on maybe Reddit or Twitter where a guy was in like Moscow and he was holding up like a little patch. It was like black and red with a star in it. He was kind of like holding it behind his hand so nobody can see it. And I wasn't sure what like the affiliation was, but I think it was like some sort of, Ukrainian army or Ukraine special ops or like resistance force or something.
Yeah.
Just in Moscow taking a picture with like whatever the big like famous building in Moscow. It was like with that in the background.
Nice.
Yeah. So, dude, Russia. It's crazy how it's like not like number one priority world news right now. It's like, oh, the NFL's back. We're gonna focus on that a little bit more. We're gonna worry about that.
How many? I think it's been over 200 days now
since they've invaded.
Yeah. And although I see it, when I visit Celia, her dad is always watching the news, and I'll see it like more times than not on the news, like just doing a quick section on the coverage of Ukraine, Russia. But you don't see it on social media that much, unless you're obviously like looking for it.
If you're looking for it. Yeah, maybe that's my problem. I'm just consuming what the algorithm's giving me.
Because I've never gotten any. Well, maybe like once or twice, but I never would regularly get like Ukraine, Russia news. But ever since I looked it up on my Google, now it's starting to pop up.
Okay. They know what you like. They build it and give it like 24 hours, and then it is in your algorithm. Or they'll start sending targeted ads at you. Like, dude, the retargeting formula is crazy. Like, I could be talking about Duncan with you over text.
Yeah, and then you'll start getting Duncan ads, Duncan videos, challenges.
I looked it up on Google Maps, and now they're going to know. But, dude, it's crazy. It's so crazy. But, yeah.
More news. Disc golf MVP Open just finished a little bit ago.
Yep.
Our man Simon Lizotte.
Simon won.
Nico says with this haircut, I look like the new Simon 2.0 or something. I don't know if I have to agree with him or not.
It's just because you're European.
Yeah. That's all he's got to go.
Yeah, but oh man. Dude, his final round was so special. Like from the chase card, shooting 10 under basically, to command the lead with like three holes to play.
Yeah. And
he put it all on Linus Carlson and Corey Ellis. Put it all on those guys to try and tie to go to a playoff or take the lead. And Linus, hole 18, throws a bad shot. It's kind of like not even in contention anymore. Corey's perfect. He's like, all right, I'm going for the win. Tries to throw a forehand up to like a protected green. You've seen 18 with like the rocks all around?
Yeah.
It's awesome. It's awesome. And dude just sailed it into the crowd.
Oh my god.
And everyone started chanting, Simon, Simon.
Oh.
Yeah. So tough for Corey.
Yeah, imagine being Corey, hearing all them.
Yeah.
He's
such a skilled player, dude. His run up is shorter than mine. Mm-hmm. Like I usually only take half the tee pad.
Yeah.
His is like he starts sideways, takes 2 steps, and then he's throwing 500.
That's insane.
It's nuts. One thing. Sorry, did you have another thought?
No, nothing. I was just gonna comment I watched the round 1, front 9, back 9. I think on the lead card was Chris Dickerson.
Yeah.
I still love him. Like dude, he was playing maybe a little shabby, but dude, I love his form and like just watching how he throws the disc.
Wait, he was playing a little what?
He was just playing a little off. I don't think.
Yeah.
He wasn't like getting 4 under.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a hard course.
Yeah. He just wasn't in perfect form. But yeah, dude, he's so smooth. There's a super famous clip of him playing with a guy named Zach Melton, who's kind of like a trash talker, really good personality disc golfer. And he throws a shot, and right as he releases it, he turns around to the camera that's behind him and starts saying his sponsors. Throws it. I'd like to thank Discraft. I'd like to thank. Goes in.
Oh my god.
Aces it.
Oh my.
Yeah, it's The most baller clip ever. Dude, oh man. I'd like to thank Grandma's Pillbox. I'd like to thank CastAway Club Clothing. Speaking of CastAway. Yep.
Roll ads.
Are you looking for a new t-shirt? Listen, guys. It's coming to winter time. And maybe you're not looking for a t-shirt, but you might be looking for a sweatshirt. Use code PILLBOX to get 10% off of CastAway Club Clothing. Now back to the video.
Do you know, I forgot his last name. Is it R. Newson or something?
Raven Newsom?
Raven Newson?
Yeah.
Dude, he is badass as well.
He is.
Like, I forgot which hole it was, but he was, like, in an awkward spot to make his putt, either for birdie or, I think it was for birdie.
Yeah.
And he was still a decent distance away. He looked at the cameraman. He was like, "Are you getting this? Like, are you recording?"
Oh,
and then he throws it in.
What? Oh, that's sick. Dude, Raven came up through like the college disc golf.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think he was the national champion.
Yeah, I watched it. He was runner up, and then COVID came and kind of screwed things up a little bit. Oh, he was runner up. Okay. Yeah, it did for sure. That's cool though, dude. Yeah, Raven's a young guy who's sponsored by MVP. Done some really good things. He's like a pretty flashy player also. We're thinking about playing some disc golf after this, right?
Yeah, we are.
At Dodds
Park.
Part of Parkland College.
Okay.
Down here in Central Illinois.
The pride of the Midwest, Central Illinois. Yeah, if you guys are ever thinking about moving here, just don't.
Well, it depends on what you want, but if I'm being honest, unless you're doing stuff with farms or like research, then I don't know what you come down here for.
Yeah,
to live.
Yeah, if you're an agriculture guy, you want to grow some soybeans, have some cows, some corn. Yeah, come down here. There's probably a great spot for you. But
on the same topic of news, I was scrolling through the other day and I saw, was it a double homicide in Peoria or something?
Oh, yeah. Wait, recently, right?
Yeah.
Dude, one of the most prominent gang leaders in Peoria was shot and killed.
What?
Like, that's the story you're talking about recently. And now it's like, dude, what the fuck? I don't even want to drive near Peoria because I'm like, what if just a stray bullet catches me? And, like, my buddy wants to go downtown to, like, a bar tonight. And I'm like, bro, no. Oh, God. But, yeah, I mean, Peoria's, like most cities, there's dangerous parts and there's nice parts. And, you know, things happen. People go down different paths and things are more acceptable in life. So.
I mean, it's America. It's crazy how, well, I don't know. I obviously, I don't live overseas. I don't live in a different country.
Yeah.
But I feel like we're our own little crackpot in here, like, or not crockpot.
Crackpot. That made sense also, though.
It's like crockpot, where we just have things boiling up inside here, and just things explode there, something's cooking up over here. Oh, this is a little undercooked. Nothing's happening.
Yeah.
Like, just our own little thing going on, while the rest of the world.
Is it just kind of like an evenly cooked?
Not even though, because. If you look at anywhere like fucking
Britain.
Britain is a crackpot. I mean,
yeah,
crackpot. I keep saying that. I don't know.
Clip that.
This is essentially audience doesn't know my little news section idea I was thinking about. This is my goal. I want to be more aware of what's going around the world.
Yeah.
I don't want to be stuck in this crackpot. I said that purposefully.
Because it is a crackpot. Yeah, no, that's good. I mean, just being more aware of what's going on in the world it's only going to be good for you. It really is.
All right, quick. What do they call it? Interview questions they do on the street.
Yeah.
All right, what two countries border America?
Mexico, Canada.
All right, let's go.
Let's go.
What
are you smarter than a fifth grader?
What are what would you call it? The three nationalities that make up the United Kingdom.
There's 4, isn't there?
Okay, yeah, you're right. 4.
There's 4.
4.
There's Northern Ireland, Scotland, England, and Wales.
Let's go. Okay, you get nothing.
Yeah. No, dude, but man, Chucky Arla off the raw.
What the fuck? What did you just say?
The real ones will know. 26 plus 6. 1. United Ireland. Yeah.
This is for the Irish viewers.
This is for the Irish viewers. Peace.
Wait,
love.
What did you say?
Chucky Arla.
Chucky Arla?
Up the raw.
Up the raw. All right,
yes.
I'm going to say that in class now.
Please.
Hopefully nothing happens.
Please don't. I don't know what Chucky... It's Gaelic. Gaelic for something. Up the raw is just like up the IRA. Dude, I don't know. I had just like a general topic. But if you have any more questions...
Well, just as a little more update, I just finished reading this book, and I was kind of curious as to how your book reading has gone.
Yeah.
Like, Psychology Money, quick review off the top of my head, rating, I'd give it probably a solid either 7.5 or 8 out of 10.
Okay.
It's obviously not talking about the number and spreadsheets of money, just basically talking about different stories about how people think or use their money, and rather than like telling you directly like this is what you got to do or whatever, he tells these stories and it's kind of up to you, but he explains like the big message behind them too, like, kind of up to not your interpretation, but you intake the story and you learn from it, like Warren Buffett didn't make like billions or whatever until his like late 60s or 70s.
Yeah.
But that's when he made his first billion, and then he made the rest of his billions like later in his old age. So basically talking about compounding interest and all that.
Yeah, dude, this is probably super good because especially with investing, people get super...
Gonna be okay. No, just things. Baby.
That's definitely just a car driving by. Oh, wait. For a second.
Alright, well, wait. I'm gonna use that.
Alright.
Just things.
So, investing is all about behavior. Because, like, the worst investors, especially, like, day trading, are the ones who do it emotionally. You have to look at, like, history and statistics and just, follow the trends and that sort of thing. So...
One really cool story, or at least the most... not the most profound.
Yeah.
But a good takeaway I got from one of the stories was you have to know that other people are playing a different game than you. And you have to realize who's playing the same game as you and maybe listen more closely to them. So if you're listening to day traders versus long-term like hedge funds or whatever, they're playing completely different games and they have different margins of error and looking for different types of goals. So, like with a day trader, they don't care what's going to happen a month or two from the line. They're just looking to maximize their like daily profit. And I think he was talking about the 2008
financial crisis.
And basically these day traders... Oh, no. It was the 2000 bubble, Y2K bubble.
The tech bubble.
And Yahoo was going up really high, and these day traders were making lots of money.
The
and they didn't
dot-com bubble.
Yeah, and they didn't care about how the company was going to do it later. But all these other people that weren't day traders saw what they were doing, and obviously just went in and jumped in on the cash grab. And they're playing different games. The day traders knew in their mind, like their money is only worth good for today to make the good money, while these people joining in were thinking more longer term, playing a different game. And that was their downfall and how they lost their money.
You know what I could compare that to recently is NFTs. And
they've gone down?
Yeah, just, people trying to play the long term on them when in reality this is that and like, AMC and GameStop. Those were just, super bubble things that you could just kind of day trade and make a little bit there. But if you were, diamond handsing it, it wasn't what you needed to do in that situation. One podcast I think I listen to a lot is the Personal Finance Podcast. And that guy is talking and basically putting you in the mindset of exactly what I think we and just like normal non-day traders should be like. It's like put a % of your paycheck into savings, and have a budget. It could be super strict, it could be loose, but just know where your money's going, that sort of thing. So, yeah, if you guys want to check out the Personal Finance Podcast, super good episodes, especially if you start from the beginning, just gem after gem after gem.
Our podcast or his?
His. Ours also, though. Ours also, yeah.
I was trying to think. We didn't just talk about personal finance.
No. We talked about that. We did talk about that a few episodes ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I wanted to show you a quick video. You know who Tua Tagovailoa is?
Tua Tagovailoa?
He's the Miami Dolphins quarterback.
I'm not.
Last week he was helped off the field due to an apparent neck or back injury. Turns out that it was a head injury, and the Dolphins training staff didn't go through concussion protocols and put him back in the game. So all of last week there was like a little bit of like investigation on their training staff. Turns out he's cleared to play a few days ago, and he plays. And then this happens to him. He's right here.
Okay.
Happens quick. You want to see it again?
Yeah, go back. It looks like he fell down super fast.
So this guy is tackling this guy. Snapped his head down. And then he is out cold right here, doing what they call the fencing technique, which is what happens when you're knocked out.
Oh wow.
And just bad. Like NFL and concussion protocol has been taking a big step up in what they've been doing over the past few years, and that was just not good. Not a good look for anybody. And they kept showing it on replays, and it was just like, which I'm a little bit desensitized because I watch cage fighting.
Yeah.
So I'm used to people being knocked out like that, but it was bad. It was really bad.
Do you ever feel that desensitization, like when you're consuming media or just seeing anything? Because recently, there's a new movie called The Barbarian. It's like a slasher movie.
Oh.
And I hope. Have you seen it?
Mm-hmm.
You
can explain. I mean, it sounds like. I mean, if it's a slasher movie, it sounds like it's just blood and gore and.
Yeah. So, I've heard like before watching it, a bunch of other people told me this is disturbing. This is like crazy or whatever.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay. I watched it with Celia, and there's this like one probably the most disturbing part was. It's hard to describe, but basically they're in a basement, weird cave, a basement that goes into an underground cave system going throughout the neighborhood, and there's this weird freak, old lady, naked, that comes out of the darkness, and this guy's help me, and then the old lady grabs his head and smashes it against the cave wall, multiple just no, the camera's just just like this.
Just looking in on it, and you just see it.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That was probably the most gruesome part of it, but even after that, I was like, that wasn't that bad.
Dude, I think everybody's got their things. For me personally, that wouldn't really bother me too much. But the minute you're watching Breaking Bad and you see Jesse tying his arm to inject, anything injecting. Or needles or that sort of thing, especially in shows, movies, drug related, I'm just oh god, I just don't like it at all. But when it's guns or that sort of thing, it's not really a bother. But needles.
You know the thing that really gets me?
Yeah.
Is that one scene from Home Alone when the guy's walking down the stairs and he steps on. R.I.P.
Rip. Sorry, sound.
When he steps on the nail that's sticking up,
yeah.
That always gets me. That makes me ugh.
Yeah.
But you know why? Because I think when I was 12 or maybe 11, me and my friend were running on Lake Michigan, and there was this beach. It was just these homeside properties or whatever, and I guess there was a piece of wood that was in the sand, and I didn't see it. I'm running, and then I just run and I step on this nail that's sticking out. It was probably an inch and a half long. I step on it, and holy crap, that
just went through your whole foot.
Not
to the top, but it just was.
Yeah, it just stuck right through, and and that sucked. Oh. And I think that's what makes me cringe at that Home Alone scene so much because after that I could not use I couldn't put any pressure on it, and it just felt stinging all the time, from my foot.
Oh my gosh! Did you make sure you didn't get tetanus or something?
I'm pretty sure. I don't know. That was a long time ago.
You think you're okay?
I think my parents would have made me get a shot.
Yeah.
But I'm feeling all good now.
Yeah, so. you're funny. You're jacked now.
I still got my leg on me. So.
Yeah, it's still working kind of. When you plant for disc golf, you're like, well, that's a little weird. No. Oh no. You got anything else today? What are you doing? What are you doing next week? You have any plans?
Next week?
Yeah,
I'm heading back home.
Heading back home.
Watching a Broadway show with Celia in Chicago.
Nice.
Watching Wicked.
I'm actually heading back home also.
Really?
Yeah, it's fall break for us.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so I'll be back Friday night through Tuesday, I think. Yeah, Broadway, sweet. Wicked, you said?
Yeah, I think it's based off of Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, how many times has Celia seen that?
Probably multiple. This is going to be my first time ever seeing it.
I think you'll like it. I've been to one Wicked show. It was awesome. Mm-hmm. Especially if it's on Broadway in Chicago.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I just thought of what I was going to say.
Okay, no, you
Okay, it's real quick. I just found out from watching a bunch of Mr. Beast podcasts recently that YouTube, with their shorts, is moving towards a thing called a rev split. So half of their revenue is going to go towards the creators. Whereas TikTok currently doesn't do that. They take all the revenue.
I thought it was view-based or something.
For
TikTok.
For TikTok?
If you got an affiliate program with TikTok, based on, it was a shared fund, and based on how many views you would get a percentage of that fund or something. But that must have been a long time ago, so things probably changed.
Yeah, all I know is that he was talking about this rev split thing with YouTube, and that a lot of people are probably going to come over because they're going to make more money making YouTube videos. And also, dumb thing about YouTube is that it doesn't split up your shorts from your normal videos when you're uploading. Mm-hmm. So it looks like, I don't know.
Oh, when you look through the videos, it's you see the regular episodes, and then you see all the reels.
Yeah, they should be separate categories. They're moving towards that right now, which is nice. But YouTube is the way to go. Clips on YouTube of the podcast or of us doing stuff is going to be, that mixed with long form is going to be the way to grow, I think. And I'm excited for it.
Yeah, I've been trying to be more thoughtful too on consumption of YouTube shorts. Yeah. I've been so good, at least not going on TikTok, not going on Instagram, whatever. But YouTube shorts is all I got.
One of them gets you.
But whenever I see David Goggins.
Oh, yeah.
David Goggins on YouTube. Uh-huh. He inspires the hell out of me just listening to him talk and just...
Get your fat ass up!
Stay hard!
Stay hard! I just did 8,000 pull-ups and ran 10 miles on a broken foot.
Your foot isn't broken when you run. It's just sore, motherfucker.
Dude, some of his stories, just the ones that Rogan tells, he tells them so much better, but... Yeah. Doing ultra marathons with plantar fasciitis in both of his feet. Yeah. Broken tibias. Fucking his dick's not working.
Is he pissing, shitting while running? I saw some clip from an interview, and I looked in the comments, and some person recommended his book, Can't Hurt Me. Mm. It's like a autobiography, but also self-help book. Okay. And I looked at it online, and it's 5 stars for every review. Everyone's giving it 5 stars, and I just bought it.
Nice.
So it's coming in Monday.
Nice.
Monday, I think.
You've been doing a lot of reading?
Not as much as I wanted to.
As you want to?
When I started reading that book, not too long ago, I got through a very big portion of it, and then I got to the final 2 chapters, which were just summary. The second to last chapter was a summary of everything we learned, and then the last chapter was him talking about himself.
That took you a little bit longer to get through?
Yeah, because I just didn't want to read it.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense.
But At least I finished it. I'm excited for this book, though, because I actually do want to go more into depth about what he thinks. Because what I really like about David Goggins is he looks at the mind as a separate thing that you can control.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's really important.
Oh, for sure, dude. Dude, the quality of your mind determines the quality of your life. Like, I don't know, you know Sam Harris, he does, like, meditation stuff. Mm-hmm. That's a quote that he has that just, like, stuck with me from doing, like, a few of his meditations. And it's like, if you can control the quality of your mind and, like, how, you know, things happening around you make you feel, then your life's just going to be so much better. It was pretty powerful. But, yeah, I've been reading a lot of my school textbooks, so I haven't had time. But I've got, like, I've got an audiobook I'm listening to called Think and Grow Rich. It's like a mindset type thing to, like, you know, believe, like, conceive, believe, achieve, that sort of thing. Self-actualization, all that stuff. And then I've got one for, like, being a boss. That was, like, 25 cents that I bought. Haven't read that yet. I've got another making money book, money mindset book. That was 25 cents that I haven't read yet. But yeah, I've been reading my textbooks, so it's been taking up a lot of my time.
Nice. Yeah, I've been like that type of reading has been taking up mine too.
Yeah.
I want to talk about nature as well.
Oh yeah, true. Quick 53 minutes. This is a fatty.
I'd say it's average.
Average. Yeah. Do you think we should do like I don't know, shorter episodes, make them a little bit more digestible for the audience?
I feel like for the episodes we can go on.
We can go on for as long as we want. Yeah, I mean our average review duration is probably like 2 minutes on these anyway.
So it doesn't matter if we make it 10 or an hour.
No, we don't.
It's going to be gone after 2 minutes.
Yeah.
But have you ever seen these type of acorns? I'll in the post doc I'll put pictures of them.
I've seen this.
So that's the most typical, probably one of the more typical ones you'd see.
Yeah. This I have never seen something like this. Like, this almost looks like a mushroom cap. And then this one just looks insane. So I'm imagining it goes, like, this is kind of like the stages that they go on. So it falls off.
No, they're just different oak trees.
Oh, really?
So I forgot what specifically this one was. I think probably Overcup oak. Okay. But don't trust me on that. I don't know what that one looks like specifically, but this one is bur oak. And it's Baroque.
Dude, I've been listening to Baroque classical music recently. Baroque era stuff.
Insert music clip.
All right, bur oak.
Its science name is Quercus macrocarpa, which means just giant fruit. So, wow. So it's known for having. I think it gets even larger than this. Jeez. This is like we found it on the floor. And then this one is sawtooth oak, and
that's cool.
It kind of looks similar to this, because this one's supposed to have like, kind of like that, but just a lot more hairy on the top.
Yeah.
But my professor told me this is supposed to look like aliens, like alien tentacles.
That's
coming
cool.
Out of it.
That's really cool, dude. Nature just wants to emulate the craziness. Nature is crazy.
But I'm just surprised in my 22 years of living that only in this last couple of months I've learned that there are these type of different acorns. Like, I can't believe it's taken me that long to notice that.
Yeah, true. I always just assumed like all oak trees have the same acorns, but you know, you move to a different like species, like a birch tree or something. Mm-hmm. You know, you get to that sort of thing. But yeah, you've been liking nature recently, right? That's like what you want to go into as a career. Yeah,
I've been on YouTube. I've been watching this like logging dude. Obviously, I've got a tree class, so we're learning trees. We're going like around different parks and areas, just enjoying nature.
Yeah.
Obviously, most of my classes are about nature.
Yeah.
But
and you wanna do some sort of like preservation work, or?
I can either go preservation route, capitalism route, maybe go work at Burger King. I don't know. But,
the podcast route, talking like a solo pod, talking about.
One of my friends, we were thinking if we had more money, since all the climate ranges are going to be shifting upwards, we were thinking about investing or buying land that's more up north, and then selling it to banks later in the future because that climate's going to start getting warmer and it'll theoretically might become more fertile agriculture land.
Yeah, it'll be worth more in general.
But
that's interesting.
That's just another avenue I was thinking about, like just thinking about nature, trying to come up with business ideas for it.
Yeah,
he was going nuts. He's like, we could sell this to the average Florida man. Say this is the new Florida.
This is the new Florida. That's when like Lake Michigan grows, engulfs Chicago, and like Villa Park is like a lakefront property.
But people are already doing that. Like I heard down in Florida, since people know or people are predicting very heavily that the water levels are going to rise, so like Miami will sink or whatever.
Yeah.
They're buying land that is farther back for the future because they know that place will get flooded and then this will be high.
Yeah, that's smart. They're building like a dock and everything, and it's just in your backyard. You're like, all right, according to my calculations, the water will. It'll be perfect. Maybe it's a possibility.
One of my TAs, he has his own business.
Yeah.
It's an LLC. And,
okay.
It's called Good Oak Landscaping or something.
Yeah.
And I think the premise is native plant landscaping. So instead of putting like the invasive like Japanese bushes and these other trees that just look nice in your backyard, you could change it up and put native plants and like it's good for the environment. It takes less water and energy to take care of, and it still thrives.
Yeah.
And honestly, it looks better.
Yeah, for sure.
And people will, I guess if he's making a business out of it, people will pay good money to help out the environment.
That's a good idea. That's a good idea by that guy. Grandma's Pillbox LLC. GPB LLC.
The reason I brought this up is just because I've been thinking about time in nature, like spending time in nature. And I was just wondering if you've spent any in nature or your relationship with it so far during the school year.
Yeah. Well, I go disc golfing a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my time in nature is no headphones, and I try and just kind of lock in with what I'm currently doing in disc golf, and then as I'm walking in between discs, I'll kind of gaze up at the trees and stuff in the ground and just kind of appreciate everything that's been going on.
That's what I love doing.
Yeah.
During disc golf, if I'm not getting annoyed at my playing level, then I'll go and just enjoy the trees and nature.
For sure. Sometimes a little medication, some PEDs will be used, and then that'll help me appreciate nature even more, and also curb me from getting mad. But
it's nicer out there because, well, I don't know, compared to here, the two disc golf courses that we've got, one is open grass meadowlands, and then the other one is like an elementary school disc golf.
Dodds is pretty open.
Yeah, it's like Madison Meadows. But a lot more trees in some areas.
Oh, okay, that sounds fun.
I think you played there before, haven't you?
No.
Oh, you're gonna like it.
Only Loman, yeah.
You're gonna like it.
Yeah, I'm hyped to go play. I'm very hyped.
But besides disc golf, I know you like fishing.
I do like fishing. I haven't done it a lot recently. Uh-oh. Nice little 64 minutes. I'm sure that'll be cut down after editing to probably right around an hour, maybe 65 minutes will end up being the main thing. I forgot where I left off.
Well, fishing.
Oh yeah, fishing. No, yeah, I haven't done it too much recently. I don't know. I've been busy over the summers trying to build my professional self, so I haven't really been available or wanted to take a week off to go to Canada,
but have you gone fishing? No, I haven't had the time to go to Canada yet.
Well, that's the only time I go fishing.
Yeah.
Or Michigan and stuff, but sorry.
No, it was just funny to me.
Conceited as hell.
But I mean, it's not like you could just, you are busy. You got work, school, and a life to attend to, and you can't be because I imagine fishing, you can't just go out for an hour like disc golf and just fish, right?
You can.
Well, if you have a spot.
If you have a spot, yeah.
But it's not really worth it just to dedicate only an hour to fishing.
Yeah. I'd say fishing's like a 2 to 3 hour thing. That majority of the time, if I'm going around here, I'm not going to catch anything. Or like around Peoria, I'm not going to catch anything. But it's another one of those things where it's like, it's a good excuse to just get out into nature, practice a skill a little bit, just enjoy, kind of take a step back from whatever you're doing and enjoy it.
I need more of those types of hobbies.
Yeah.
Well, maybe not more, but this goes back to David Goggins, just something to keep my mind off of, like, having to get distracted instead of just, like, focusing on just a simple thing like fishing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'd love to get into fishing because some of my boys in class, like, one of them, he went to Costa Rica over the weekend, and he...
Over the weekend?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
He left, like, Friday morning, came back Monday morning.
Oh, sick.
And I think he went on, like
a charter?
Yeah, like a tour, a guided charter.
Yeah.
And he went, like, fishing.
In the ocean? For what was he fishing for?
See, exactly. I wish I knew, because, like, I don't know fish, but...
Because I feel like... I don't know. I feel like he wouldn't be doing, like, the big... You've seen, like, the big Goliath grouper videos and stuff.
Yeah. No, he wasn't doing that. But I mean, he had, like, a decent-sized fish, like, about shoulder width.
Oh, dude, and in the ocean, those things are insane. It was probably such a fun... I wonder if they were trolling. Trolling's basically, like, you slowly drive with lines, like, 100 foot back.
Yeah.
And it's just, like, kind of going like this. And the boat's just going forward super slow. And then, all of a sudden... your pole's going like this as the lure's moving, and then all of a sudden it goes, and then you're like, oh shit, grab it out, fish on, and then they slow the boat down, and everybody else is reeling in the other lines, and you're fighting this fish, and it jumps out of the water and stuff, and you can do that in like Lake Michigan with like king salmon and stuff, and big like muskies that we'll fish for up in Canada, like, oh dude, so if you're using like something that will go on the top of the water. It'll be like blub, 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 blub. And then all of a sudden behind it, you'll see like a wake appear. And it's like this 50-inch muskie just following behind it. And then all of a sudden you see the mouth open. It's the size of a basketball. And it just engulfs it and goes under. And because we're driving a little bit, the momentum of the boat and the fish like turning or whatever sets the hook for you. So at that point, it's just you get up, you got the pole in your hand, and you're just like trying to reel this thing in. Trying to kind of play with it, fight it a little bit until you get to the boat and it's just a giant. It's just like a log, dude. Fishing's awesome. Like my grandpa, they were trolling in Wisconsin in, 6 inches of snow was coming down in their boat. They're all bundled up and he caught like a 52-inch fish doing that. Same thing where like this thing just...
Yep.
It's crazy. Yeah, fishing's so much fun, especially if you've got people that are super passionate about it around you. Then they can like kind of teach you what to do and stuff, and you can kind of like look over and see, oh yeah, he's doing like that, or
Yeah, one of my boys that was talking about the fishing, like I think over the summer he was helping at New York. New York, like he was like, I don't know if he was like the captain, but just basically aiding like guided fishing stuff.
Is he from New York?
Yeah.
Okay. That's cool. That's super cool. So that makes sense.
I think he got like his license or whatever.
That's cool.
He was able to do that.
Dude, that's a lucrative. Imagine you have like a fleet of charters. That's a pretty lucrative business, especially if you're really into fishing.
Yeah.
That's a super having that passion and just figuring out a way to make money at it.
I bet you guys would go nuts because he loves fishing, dude.
I bet we would. He would destroy me. Like, I'm so much less knowledgeable than he is, but I love the experience of fishing and just, like seeing all the stuff happen and,
A lot goes into it.
It does, dude. It does. Like,
another thing with nature that I've been wanting to get into is, just one of the future career paths I'm thinking of is being an arborist, and basically you climb trees.
Yeah.
And one of the biggest skills in climbing trees is knowing how to tie your knot. And there's like not tons of different knots, but like you need to be knowledgeable about which knots to tie to achieve the certain purpose you want. So there's Bowman's knot, or it's definitely called something else, but it's just the basic knot you need so that once you get like a tree or once you get a rope up in the tree, if you tie this knot, you can use it to climb the tree.
Oh.
So like,
interesting.
And that's a good skill to have because if your equipment breaks, you got to know how to tie that knot so you don't fall down.
For sure.
Or if you're up there in the trees and you got to cut down like a piece of the tree log because you can't fell the whole entire tree.
Mm-hmm.
You have to tie it, and then you have to set up this not lucrative system, but basically just a pulley system based on another tree or just something on the ground so that when it falls, it doesn't hit the ground right away. Like it'll hang a little bit.
Yeah.
And then you got to tie it. So I've been wanting to get into basically knot tying.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I like doing rock climbing a little bit, so there was some knot tying in that.
Yeah.
And then obviously fishing, there's knot tying, fisherman's knots and all that sort of stuff. Just yeah, you got to make sure. I will always put the line in my mouth. Just you want it a little bit wet, so like the friction doesn't cause it to like weaken or whatever right around the line. But yeah, dude, super cool to hear about what people are interested in and try to like figure out kind of the lane that they want to take in life.
There's just so many lanes to pick, and it's up to me to stay in my lane.
Yeah, you've got unlimited, opportunity. You've got literally a supercomputer in your hand every day that you can find something. But it's just all about taking that first step and just jumping in, and not being afraid to lose or any of that stuff. Yeah,
that's another thing from Psychology Money is you can lose most of the time.
Yeah.
But it only takes a couple wins to, win big time.
True. Dude, I mean, we've talked about, like, personal investing, but my personal investing thing has just been, like, down 20% for the past, like, 6 months. But, every time I get a paycheck, 50% in there, always. And then eventually, once I get enough, I'll buy that fund or something. And no matter if it's red, I'll just keep putting money in there, keep buying it, and, no emotion.
I think this would be a fun way to
end it.
End the podcast. Any words, Liam?
Any words? Thank you, everybody, for watching. This is probably one of my favorite recordings of the podcast. It was pretty structured. I think this is probably what we'll go for. Moving forward, check out the MMA Recap show, or the Fight Cap, that I recorded. Also coming soon is a personal podcast that Tomas filmed. So be on the lookout for that. Episode 22 will come out whenever it comes out. Thank you all for watching. And here's Tomas.